Now we have the racehorses. Now, truthfully speaking, nobody lit the world on fire this week. We have some hopefuls for next week, and we'll get to those in a minute. We have a series starting for Brave World and Time of Houdini next week. That is for Michigan-owned horses. So, Brave World starts in that series next week. Compass Rose DC is back in to go Tuesday. Not the position I wanted to be in last week, where I had to come first over with her, but at the same time, what was I to do? I had tried to get away third. I didn't want to put her on the run. I had to elect to take the 4-hole. I gapped a little bit, hoping nobody would be in a hurry to rush me first over. They really weren't. I got to wait all the way to the half, but first over is not where I wanted to be with Compass Rose DC. So hopefully we can work out a better trip for her this coming week. Cruising in Style is in tough, I'm told very tough this week at Saratoga, but hopefully we can work out a trip with him and get some money. Don't Believe Me, Just Watch continues to be ready to go in Ontario and will qualify this week. Globetrotting, 2 minutes last half, 57 with no hobbles on this week. Now, Travis Henry sat behind her and said, I don't know the filly, the mare. He said, at no point did I feel she was going to make a break, which is great news. Very happy to hear that. She'll probably need 4 or 5 other fast training trips. I'd like to qualify her in 55 with no hobbles. That would be my goal if we're to get her ready for her racing in 2021. Miss Brampton Beast trained in 56 last week. She's going to be in to qualify this week at Mohawk. Oso Pines racing tonight at Northfield Park. I would hope off 2 weeks with the 7-hole. I'd rather not see him leave, but we'll see how he races this week. I'll be talking to Billy later on today. Path of Totality draws the rail in her first start in 2021. Qualified on paper well. I liked how she was trotting better without hobbles, but had to put them on her. I think she made a break again on me on Thursday. She was going to go mile 57 again off the gate in a schooler and ended up making a break in the last turn. So I guess we're going to have to race with hobbles. We'll see how that works out this week. Spirit of Dio, big qualifier with her. 54-1, and she looked very, very good on... very, very good on last Tuesday. She's going to go Wednesday. 10-hole trailing post. I don't really know what to think of that. I don't think it's going to matter. I'd like to keep her quiet anyway. I don't want her hot in her first start out. We'll see how she races on Wednesday. Stonebridge Simba trained very, very good yesterday. I won 1.5 miles on them, first half in 25. His last mile in 2:12, last half in 1:1 on the jog cart. He's still got a few training trips to go. Still had some bruising and redness on his palate. Said to Jason he was better, but I'd like to see a snake cord on him. What else do we got here? Time Al Houdini raced great the other day, finished second, coming from way back. He's got a series coming up also in Michigan. West 52nd race, good his first start, race poor his second start. Let's see how he races in the rubber match start this week in Harrington. White Tiger School, great. Green light from me to enter him next week. I'm excited to see how he's going to race. I was happy with the way he schooled. I ended up getting away in the 2-hole. He followed perfectly. I moved him halfway down the lane, and he just inhaled the horse on the front. His type of trip, but I was happy with the way he did it. It was 1 mile and 57, so I think he's probably ready to trot in 55, 56 at the Meadows next week. And then Yes, tons of questions about Yes, and I could give you analogies or tell you it's like this, and it's like this. At the end of the day, Irv Miller does not want to qualify and race the horse until he believes he's in a position to win races with him, which is exactly what I'd like to hear. Obviously, we would like to see a little more a game plan with the horse, but this is a very fluid situation. I believe he remains fairly ready to qualify, but Irv's working on equipment and whatnot and adjustments with him to get him to where he's comfortable, where he believes he's ready to go. So I know it's a little frustrating to hear, a little perplexing that he's there, but he's not there. At the same time, Irv is a very good trainer, and he knows what's at stake. This is an extremely talented trotter. He wants to make sure that he's comfortable with him when he puts him in to qualify. So he's not in as of yet, and I'll reach out to Irv later this afternoon. I did text him. I'll call him, and I'm sure we'll have a little bit of an update, but I suspect it's going to be very similar to what it's been. If he's ready, I believe we'll put him into qualify. If I don't believe he's not ready, if I believe he's not ready, then he won't. But I suspect his qualifying is imminent. So that's the aged horses. Still got the 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds. I'll be back with them in just a second.